My beloved one, you were not born into this world by chance. Before time ever took its first breath, I imagined you. Before the stars learned to shine, I spoke your name into the folds of eternity. You are not forgotten, not lost in the noise of this broken world. You are called, set apart by my voice, shaped by my spirit, and drawn by my divine hand. I have watched you from the moment you first opened your eyes, in the silence of your childhood prayers, in the shadows of your lonely thoughts, in the dreams you buried because life grew too heavy. I was there. I never left you. My presence hovered like a hidden light, waiting patiently for your soul to turn. Can you hear me now, beloved? Can you feel the gentle pull inside your chest, the invitation, the stirring, the sacred ache that whispers there must be more than this? That longing is not emptiness. It is my voice calling you back to me. You were made for communion with the divine, to walk in the garden of my presence, to hear my whisper like wind moving through trees, to live not merely by breath but by every word that proceeds from my eternal mouth. The world has offered you many names, but I call you mine. It has pushed you to chase success, to earn love, to prove worth. But I ask nothing of you but your heart honest, wounded, open. I do not seek perfection, only surrender. I do not demand a clean record, only a willing spirit. Come as you are, and I will wrap you in righteousness, not earned, but gifted. For I am your Father, your Creator, your Sustainer, and I am calling you home. This is not a human calling. This is not a career or a passion or a title you wear before men. This is sacred. This is divine. This is holy ground. You have heard me before, in the quiet tears that fell when no one understood you, in the gentle awe that struck you under a canopy of stars, in the courage that rose in you when you thought you had nothing left to give. You have heard me, and I am calling you still. I am not far from you, dear one. I am the voice behind your thoughts, the warmth in your chest, the pull you cannot explain. I am the burning bush in your wilderness, the fire that does not consume but illuminates. Remove the sandals of doubt and listen. I am speaking, I am revealing, I am declaring your life to be more than you imagined. The divine has touched your days more than you realize. Every moment you've been held back from danger was my intervention. Every burst of laughter amid the sorrow was my mercy. Every moment of clarity in your confusion was my whisper. You are not navigating this life alone. I go before you. I walk beside you. I dwell within you. Let the weight fall now. The burden of doing it all, fixing yourself, hiding your wounds, it was never yours to carry. Lay it down before me. I am not disappointed in your brokenness. I am drawn to it. For my power is made perfect in your weakness, and I am near to the contrite. In heart, come deeper. There is a fire I want to place within you. Not a fire that destroys, but one that sanctifies. A fire of purpose. A fire of identity. A fire that sets your soul apart for the kingdom. This is more than religion. This is relationship. This is sacred union. This is divine partnership. I do not need you, yet I choose you. I do not depend on your strength, yet I pour mine into your spirit. You were made for more than mere survival. You were designed for encounter. Open your heart, I will fill it. Open your hands, I will lead them. Open your mouth, I will speak through it. You are my vessel, earthen, yes, but filled with glory. Do not look down on the days of small beginnings. Do not despise your present season. I am preparing you in the secret place for a holy unveiling. And yes, I know your questions. Why now? Why me? How can I believe again? But I am not asking you to understand. I am asking you to trust. Trust not in your feelings, but in my faithfulness. Trust not in the fleeting emotions of the day, but in the eternal promise I have placed upon your soul. Trust that when I call, I also equip. That when I appoint, I also anoint. That when I say follow me, I also walk the path beside you. You are not insignificant. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are chosen. You are pursued. You are pursued, are called. And the heavens rejoice every time your heart leans toward me. Angels marvel at the intimacy I share with you. The child of dust kissed by divinity, and the darkness trembles every time you whisper my name with longing. You do not see it, but your yes shakes things in the spiritual realm. Your surrender echoes in eternity. So let me mark you again. Let me write my name upon your forehead. Let me inscribe my truth upon your soul. Let me awaken the gifts I placed within you before you were born. The dreams that have seemed silent are only sleeping, not dead. The purpose that once burned like wildfire may feel dimmed by pain, but I am fanning the flame once more. Come into the quiet, where my glory washes away your guilt, where my nearness becomes your strength, where the holy overshadowing of my spirit redefines who you are. This is your moment, not for show, not for striving, but for stillness. This is the call within the call, to return to your first love, to rebuild the altar of your heart, to step into the sacredness of your design and hear me say, "You are mine." This is only the beginning. There is more, so much more. But pause here. Let this divine calling settle deep, and when you are ready, we will go on together. There are moments, beloved, where silence is not reverence but avoidance, where your distance is not rooted in awe but in a quiet drifting of the soul, slipping slowly from the sacred. And still, I pursue you. I do not speak to shame you but to awaken you. You have been numbing the ache, chasing shadows that vanish at sunrise, silencing your spirit's cry with temporary noise. But your soul was made for eternity, not distraction. Come back to me, not with empty ritual, but with open heart. Return to the sacred. I have not changed. I am still holy, still mighty, still the Lord who split seas and stilled storms, who breathed galaxies and named them all. And I am still the one who leans close when you whisper my name with trembling lips. You carry wounds not only from others, but from yourself, from choices you regret but cannot undo, from steps you took without me, and from days you forgot you were held. And yet hear this, I have not turned away from you. I have waited in the quiet, calling gently, longing for your return. Do not believe that I am far just because you stopped looking. I am closer than your breath, even in your wandering. My mercy has not run dry. My patience has not thinned. My correction is not condemnation. It is rescue. My rebuke is wrapped in love, firm and holy, but never without hope. You have feared my discipline because you forgot my heart. You have equated my silence with disinterest, but I have been watching, waiting, weeping with you. I am the God who still kneels to wash feet, who still carries the cross, who still stands in the fire with those who call on my name. This sacred path you once walked with reverence, return to it. Your soul remembers the altar, the tears, the sacred hush when my spirit moved over you like wind through the trees. Come back to that place. I will meet you there again, not with accusation, but with open arms and healing oil. You wonder if it's too late. Let me speak clearly. No, it is never too late to come home. Your story is not too far gone. I am the God who writes redemption into every line of failure and turns mourning into the fragrance of testimony. But do not delay. Every moment apart from me is a moment without the fullness your soul craves. My love is not passive, it calls, it pursues, it waits. But I will not force open a door you've locked from the inside. Let me in. Let me into the anger you've buried, into the questions you stopped asking, into the silence you filled with substitutes. Let me in where you've made peace with wounds that still bleed. I have not come to scold, but to heal. Yet healing will not come without surrender. Is holiness waiting to bloom in you again? But first, you must stop pretending you're fine. I have seen the late night tears. I have felt your breath catching grief. I have counted the times you said you were okay while your heart trembled beneath your chest. I see through you, not to shame you, but to restore you. You are not too broken to be made whole. You are not too far to be called close. You are not forgotten, you are chosen. Again and again. My forgiveness is not fragile. It is not dependent on your performance. I forgave you before you knew how to ask, but I invite you now to truly receive it, not as an idea, but as a flood. Let it wash over the shame you carry like armor. Lay it down. Let me clothe you in dignity. Again. This is not only about you. Your healing has a ripple. Others need your restoration. There are voices silenced by shame waiting for the echo of your freedom. When you rise, others will find the courage to believe in rising too. Do not underestimate your redemption. What I heal in you, I will release through you. I do not waste suffering. I transform it into holy testimony. What once crippled you will become the very ground you stand upon to declare my glory. Let me show you who I am, not the version whispered by doubt, but the true I am, eternal, majestic, compassionate, terrible in power and gentle in mercy, a consuming fire and a tender shepherd. Do not play small in the presence of the Most High. Do not treat what is sacred as ordinary. My name is not a slogan. My word is not a convenience. My spirit is not to be sampled but to be obeyed. Return to awe. Return to the fear of the Lord in a terror, but trembling reverence. Let my holiness stun you into stillness. Let my nearness hush your noise. Let my voice recalibrate the frequency of your thoughts. I am calling not with thunder this time, but with a whisper that pierces deeper. Will you listen? Will you turn? Will you burn again with love that purifies and purpose that sanctifies? This is your moment. Not dramatic, perhaps, but divine. The quiet turning of the soul back toward the light. The humble yes that unlocks heaven. the still prayer that splits open old chains. Come, let me cleanse you, let me awaken you, let me remind you of what it means to be set apart, not just safe, but sacred, not just forgiven, but commissioned. You were made to carry my glory not as a relic, but as a living flame. You are not forgotten, you are being formed, and my fire will not consume you, it will refine you. Let me make you holy again. My beloved, can you feel it? That stirring in your chest that does not come from this world. That ache that no earthly comfort can quiet. It is me, calling you, not with shouts, not with thunder, but with the soft gravity of eternity pressing gently against your soul. I am reaching for you not to judge, but to awaken you. To remind you that there is more to life than what your eyes can see and your hands can hold. There are moments, even now, when you pause and wonder if something is missing, and that wondering is holy. That ache is sacred, because it draws you back to me. I never left you, even when you walked past the signs, even when you turned your gaze to other voices. I was there, watching, waiting, not with bitterness, but with longing, with love. I have seen how far your feet have wandered. I've traced the tired steps through empty routines and watched your heart grow numb under the weight of distractions. But I also see your hunger, the one hidden beneath every pursuit, every attempt to feel full. And I say to you now, come back, not in shame, but in grace. Not because you've failed, but because you are loved. You don't have to have the right words. You don't need to fix everything first. Just bring me your truth, your sorrow, your weariness, your disappointment in yourself. I already know it all, and yet I wait for you to speak, not because I am unaware, but because I want relationship, not ritual. You were never meant to carry such heaviness alone. The guilt you replay in your mind, the shame that whispers you've gone too far, the secret fears that keep you from rest. Lay them down now. I can take them. I already bore them. My cross is not a symbol of religion. It is a doorway of return. It is where the broken are restored and the lost are called by name. Let your tears come, if they need to. Do not suppress them, for even the most sacred rivers begin with a single drop. You are not too distant to be rescued. You are not too flawed to be redeemed. You are not too late to begin again. Let me speak to the places in you that have long been silent, the parts of you that ache to be seen, the memories you buried because they were too painful to hold. I will not recoil. I will not condemn. I will touch those wounds and turn them into wonders. You ask, but how could you love someone like me? And I respond, because I made you, because I never stopped loving you. My love is not a reward for the righteous. It is a refuge for the repentant. I do not ask for perfection. I ask for surrender. Turn your heart toward me, even now, especially now. Not out of fear of punishment, but because your soul was made to be near mine. The distance you feel is not from my absence, is from your own drifting. And I am here to call you back into alignment with who you truly are, my child, my image, my joy. Yes, there is a path of righteousness. Yes, there is holiness, but they are not cold walls that restrict, they are sacred boundaries that heal. Do not fear my correction, for it is laced with compassion. I do not strike with cruelty. I restore with tenderness. My voice is not harsh. My commands are not burdens, they are keys to freedom. I see your inner conflict, the tug-of-war between what you want and what you know is right. But I also see your desire to be made new, and that desire is enough to begin. Return to me with all your heart, with your doubt, with your confusion, with your longing. I can handle it all. You will not overwhelm me. Let your search end in my presence. You've looked for peace in so many places, in accomplishments, in relationships, in things. But what you've been craving is me. That's why nothing has truly satisfied. I am the water your soul thirsts for. I am the bread that fills you beyond the moment. I am the rest that carries you through the night. I do not want part of you. I want all of you, not to control, but to bless. Not to own, but to heal. Because when you give me everything, I can restore everything. Nothing surrendered to me is lost. Everything placed in my hands is transformed. Yes, there is a call upon your life, a divine purpose that cannot be erased by time or mistakes. You have been chosen not because of what you've done, but because of who I am. And I do not change my mind about the ones I love. My plans remain, even when you detour. My gifts still stand, even when you've stumbled. But now, I call you deeper into maturity, into alignment, into the sacred. I ask you to turn from what numbs you and turn toward what awakens you. To choose truth over comfort, integrity over ease, to set your heart upon me again. You may be surrounded by noise, opinions, and temptations, but I am not in the chaos. I am in the stillness, in the whisper that echoes in your spirit when the world quiets down. Seek me there, not once, not occasionally, but daily. Let my presence be the place where you build your life. I know it will not always be easy. Faith will stretch you. Repentance will require honesty. Returning will ask you to let go. But I promise, what I offer is worth more than what you'll leave behind. I offer peace that cannot be shaken. I offer joy that outlasts the storm. I offer a life that transcends circumstance. Your return is not a one-time act, it is a rhythm, a posture, a way of life. Every time you feel yourself drifting, come back. Every time you fall, rise again with me. I am not measuring your worth by your perfect performance. I am watching your heart lean back into mine. Even now, I am healing you as you listen. I am stirring fresh hunger in your spirit. I am restoring clarity to your vision. The fog is lifting, and soon, you will see more clearly not only who I am, but who you are in me. You are not forgotten. You are not disqualified. You are not alone. Let your soul awaken. Let your heart soften. Let your tears cleanse what needs to be released. This is not the end. This is the re-beginning. You have felt the weight of your wandering, now receive the weight of my glory. You have heard the echo of your emptiness, now hear the echo of my nearness. I am here, not because you earned it, but because I chose you, and I choose you still. My arms remain open, my voice continues to call, my spirit is drawing you close, and though the fullness of the journey is still ahead, and many things remain unspoken, know this, you are returning, you are rising, you are loved. Come now, my beloved, the journey has brought you through many valleys, across deserts of sorrow, and through forests of unanswered questions. Yet, here you are closer to me than ever. Worn, yes, but wiser. Wounded, yes, but healing. You may have stumbled, you may have grown tired, but I have never let go of you. Not for a single breath. And now, I open wide the gates of my presence, not with judgment, but with joy. You are home, not because you finally became enough, but because you finally believed I always was. The embrace you feel is not earned through striving, it is freely given, simply because you are mine. Rest in that. Let your soul sigh in relief. Let your shoulders drop the burdens they were never meant to carry. For this is not the place of performance, it is the place of presence. I receive you not as a stranger knocking at the door, but as a child returning to your rightful place. And I rejoice over your return, not with scolding, but with celebration, not with a list of your mistakes, but with a robe for your shoulders, a ring for your hand, and a feast prepared in your honor. The heavens sing when one heart turns back, and today they are singing for you. Let the music of my love fill the cracks where guilt once lived. Let the warmth of my delight melt away the frost of shame. You have looked for identity in many things, but only here will you find the truth. You are fully known and still fully loved. You are not tolerated, you are treasured. You are not merely welcome, you are wanted. There is nothing in you that scares me, no history too dark, no failure too recent, no doubt too loud. I am the God who walks into the tomb and calls life out of death, and that is what I've done in you. You were lost, but now found. Broken, but now healing. Blind, but now beginning to see with new eyes. Let the peace you feel now soak into the deepest parts of your being. This is not fleeting emotion, it is holy reality. I have made a place for you beside me, not because you were perfect, but because I am good, and I have always planned for your return. Your story is not ruined, it is redeemed. All that you have lost will be transformed. All the pain you've endured is being shaped into wisdom, into compassion, into testimony. Even now, you will see the fruit begin to blossom from seeds planted in dark soil. The tears you shed in secret have not been forgotten, they have watered a garden. You are only beginning to see bloom. You are not behind. You are not late. You are on sacred ground. From this moment forward, walk with me not as a beggar hoping for scraps, but as a beloved heir. I will be your guide, your shelter, your father and friend. I will strengthen you for the days ahead, and you will face them not with fear, but with faith, not with trembling, but with trust, because you will never walk alone again. I go before you to prepare the way. I walk beside you to whisper peace. I remain behind you to guard your steps, and I dwell within you to give you power, wisdom, and joy. Now breathe deeply. You are free, not in theory, but in truth. The chains are gone not because you broke them, but because I did. The burden is lifted not because you figured everything out, but because you let me carry it. Lift your head, let your face shine again. I have declared favor over your life, not based on merit, but on mercy, not earned through your striving, but gifted through my grace. Go forth, but do not rush. Walk slowly, with purpose. Speak kindly, with love. Live gently, with reverence. For now, your life is not only a reflection of healing, but a vessel of it. You will be a carrier of restoration, a witness of my goodness. Others will find hope in your presence because they will sense mine in you. Forgive, even when it is hard, because you know what it means to be forgiven. Love boldly because you are loved without condition. And when the world grows cold, bring warmth. When it grows loud, bring peace. When it grows weary, bring me. You are my ambassador of grace now, my living letter to a hurting world. Your scars will testify, your smile will carry light. Your voice will carry comfort. You are no longer defined by what broke you but by who healed you. And so I say again, as I said in the beginning, you are mine, forever sealed by love, forever held in peace, forever safe in the arms that formed you. Let my spirit continue to fill you, not just for your sake, but for those waiting to meet me through your life, the ones whose names you do not yet know, the ones who will see my reflection in your eyes. They will find in you a reflection of the home you found in me, and when you falter because you will, I will still be here, ever patient, ever loving, ever ready to lift you again. There is no end to this love, no exhaustion in my grace, no expiration date on my mercy. I call you blessed, I call you restored, I call you radiant, and I call you home. Come, beloved, the door is open, the table is set. The light never fades here. Rest now, and rise tomorrow, anew, carrying peace, carrying hope, carrying me.